According to the National Administration Council, 60% of high school juniors and seniors visit at least one campus during their college first process. Hello everyone, I'm Tanya and I'm CMO for our company across the globe. Whether you're a student searching for possible colleges or a parent planning to work for your child, our website is right for you. Now with just a few clicks, you can easily set a campus tour, you can schedule appointments with admission representatives, and even sign up your child early. Our user-friendly interface makes it easy to compare and keep out different colleges. So that's fine for you. So why keep trying to putting in everything on your own when you can have hassle-free college learning experience with us? Your campus is
Hello, I am Jaden, the CEO.
Hello, I'm Daniel, the CFO.
Hello, I'm Violet, the CTO.
The problem we would like to solve as Campus Visitor is limiting the amount of stress that goes into searching for the right college. We, as high school juniors, understand and realize how stressful this process can truly be.
Our solution is a website that allows you to make custom itineraries by first selecting the college of your choice. When you click it, you'll be able to see additional information about the school. You'll be able to book the college tour along with viewing hotels and reading more information about the hotel itself so it best fits your needs, along with picking the restaurant of your choice and reading more about the restaurant so it best fits your needs. You'll be able to see transportation options that are environmentally friendly, and when you're done, you'll be able to reserve the itinerary, and it will take you to either the student or parent portal. From there, you'll be able to see upcoming tours, past tours, along with some tours that you may also like.
So next up is our unique knowledge comprehension. First off, we have the portal system. The portal system consists of the parent and student portal. The student portal is a way for students over the age of 18 to live in childhood alone, and the parent portal will assist students who are under the age of 18 and need guidance from their parents. We've also implemented this as one of the reasons issues for our students. And secondly, we have customizable itineraries. So not only will you be able to keep your campuses and hotels and reservations more organized, but it just makes it so fun. Third, we have a variety of campuses. Not only do we focus on one college, one major, but a wide selection throughout the state college.
So we chose both a high school and both. You understand that the high school is high school, and private schools to go touring and you know on their own. It can be really hard. We want to make it simple and easy for them to have all the experience and still have fun. And for our parents, we realize that these students will be under age once they graduate and it's hard to travel on their own. So with our parent portal, we can able to guide the students.
Here we have a breakdown of our market sizing. So the way we have decided to organize this is based off of current college freshman enrollment. So within our TAM, the United States, there's 4 million freshmen enrolled. Within our SAM, the state of California, there's 562,000 freshmen enrolled. And our SOM is the projected amount of people we expect to reach within the first year based off of our market share. What this means for units and revenues in terms of TAM is 16 million units and a potential revenue of 480 million. For our SAM, it means units of 2.2 million and a potential revenue of 67 million. And then for our SOM, the projected amount of units and revenue is 11,000 with a revenue of 337,000.
So as Campus Visitor, we do provide custom itineraries, which means if you use our service, you are able to make an itinerary that best fits your schedule. We also provide a portal system, which consists of the student portal and the parent portal, as well as college tours, restaurant reservations, and hotel stays. As for our two competitors, College Trips and Tips, and Custom College Visits, both of them provide college tours, restaurant reservations, and hotel stays. However, neither of them provide the service of custom itineraries or a portal system.
To recap on our FGC together with ad campaign and putting them on Instagram, this is what it looks like. We were looking to reach an audience from ages 15 to 55. These are the results. 1,270 people clicked the link, and we reached 204,000. Of that, 53% were women and 46% were men. pivots based on those results. First off, we're looking to implement activities. So now not only will the restaurants and hotels on the website, but also activities around the area like that. Secondly, now we're looking to direct towards high school counselors because we feel that our audience will reach out some desire for high school counselors and really promote our service to the students, and it's also
Here we have a look at our SG&A cost versus our revenue. So for year one, it is an SG&A cost of $150,000 with a revenue of $337,000. For year two, it is the cost is $190,000 with a revenue of $104,000, and for year three, it is a cost of $260,000 with a revenue of $505,000.
So we plan on putting towards our marketing plan 26% of our SG&A costs. So this would consist of digital marketing. So by that we mean staying consistent on all social media platforms that we are currently located on, as well as registering our keywords. As for step 2, we plan on conducting more testing, more specifically A and B testing, because we really want to confirm our conversion rate. And for step 3, we plan on creating partnership proposals that we can use to reach out to different private universities.
Now, despite not knowing each other from the start, our level of commitment stems from the trust that we've built with one another. Through the process of establishing our business, our mentor, Michelle Williams, has gave us valuable feedback, ideas, and advice. To further our level of commitment, along with Kent from the Pie Shop, who has been very hands-on with the ideation process of our business. To further the process of our commitment, we've started to contact campuses such as UC Santa Cruz, San Francisco State, Fresno State, and more. 3 of our teammates also had the opportunity to tour Fresno State and meet Leanne Yang, who is in admission and recruitment at Fresno State that we are currently keeping in contact with.
Now, our capital ask includes our startup cost as well as a 6-month period liquidity cushion. So the main portion of where our funds for the startup cost is being allocated is development of the website and as well as consulting fees. And then for our first year of SG&A costs, the main allocation of funds there is salaries as well as marketing costs.
Now, for our exit strategy, we established a 3-year plan. For the first year, we do plan on making connections with colleges themselves to display them on our site, along with reaching out to high school counselors. We've also planned on attending to college fairs to get out to the community and launching campaigns to better have exposure on our site. For our second year, we do plan on We plan on expanding outside of California, along with adding new features to the site, which consists of adding activities to the itinerary process and developing our site into an app. For our third and final year, we do plan on entering phase 2 of Campus Visit Tour, which consists of more services to our customers along with selling to investors.
Nowadays, ongoing environment for the next year, and with using of our PCs, laptops, and our phones, we create a lot of CO2 and flexible waste. And so we are looking for environmental ways to reduce that.
This is an email that you guys can contact us on, as well as our social media platforms that we are on. And I'd like to remind you all, as seniors searching for possible colleges ourselves, we understand that the journey to higher education can be difficult, especially when you don't know where to start. But it doesn't have to be like that anymore. So end your search and try your family best.
I want to know, how did you guys decide who speaks about what, and do the balance and the exchange just going back and forth is melodic. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Probably the best I've seen. The way it went from person to person, cross over, and I know it's a little bit human. Secretary's input could have been a little bit of CFO. There's a mix of collaboration. I'm looking back and forth saying, what is their role? Oh, they're speaking on that. They're in their lane, and who did that? How did you guys come up with that?
Right, so usually when we get assigned an outline for a pitch, we all look at it together and I say, okay, who's comfortable with what? Who prefers doing what part? And we do realize that some of the things that we have to go over fall under certain people's roles, if you will. but sometimes some people are more, they can grasp that topic easier. So we're like, okay, let's push whatever you feel comfortable with doing on you and lay the rest out like that.
Well, huge congrats. If you guys could get paid to pitch, you could pitch for other people. Make money off that. You guys would want to.
Thank you.
I won't do my other comments yet. I'll let you have that.
Okay. I just have to say, wow, you guys, I am so impressed. Like, even just the improvement from your MVP to today. I mean, you guys did amazing on your MVP as well, but it just got better. Like, I was just like, wow. When you have the video of walking through the website, that was like the sold part for me. Like, as a mom, as someone who is going to eventually be thinking about this for my own children, sold. Like, I want to do this. Where do I sign up? So really, really good job there. Same as what Mr. Brewer was saying, your pitch was perfect. It just was so like, it just flowed really, really nicely. Your projection was good. I could hear all of you. So kudos on all of that. I do have a few questions. How do you guys plan to build relationships with all of these different companies that are going to be a part of your website? So the colleges, the restaurants, the hotels, to be able to have them on your site, and also that connection, especially with the colleges, where you're going to have to somehow connect with their admissions office, right, to make sure that when you're booking these tours that you're working with the right people. Like, what's your plan to build those relationships with those businesses?
So to start off, like I mentioned earlier, we have to reaching out to colleges, and our method is that right
Children?
So we're just going to put that process in contact with the colleges, and then
In terms of working out a partnership with restaurants and hotels, we haven't formulated an exact strategy, but in terms of reaching out to the colleges, we want to start off specifically in the private sector because they have less limitations on what they can spend their funding on, and typically they need help recruiting-wise.
That makes sense. Yeah. Another question I have, I don't know, maybe you did have it included, but I just wasn't sure, was, so you talked about, restaurants and hotels and all of that. As a student coming on campus, one of the things that I'm going to want is student life. So what is there as far as clubs, fraternities, sororities, just events on campus? Do you plan on including some of that on the tours?
Right, so as of right now, we do not have that included in our service, but that is something we were trying to and thinking of implementing during our phase 2.
Like some activities, yeah, that would be really, really good. Because I feel like the tours and the restaurants and all of that, like you're really addressing what the parents want to see, but then you also need to address, well, what does an 18-year-old want to know about when they go to a college? What else? Your startup costs. Can you go back to that slide? Right there. So where did you guys get these numbers? So let's start here. Your startup costs $90,000. You have 4 different areas that you're going to allocate that money to. Where did you get these numbers from?
So development is for the development of our website. Those are just calculations based off of how many features our website will have, and comparing that to standard prices within the industry. And then consulting fees, it's that's mainly legal consulting. So I went off of the average per hour fee for them.
This was just based off of research that you did, or did you talk to a specific company?
Mainly research.
Just research, okay.
And then marketing costs, this is just a launch campaign. So for small businesses, their launch campaign is usually around $6,500. I bumped that up to $10,000.
Okay.
And then for administrative costs, this is actually for a BPPE license. It's a license that we're required to have to help conduct and plan out these tours within the state of California.
Okay, awesome. And then my last question is, when you guys did your research, who did you talk to as far as what you should include your offerings?
Right, so we originally conducted a problem survey, and from then we, at Fresno City College, so we actually spoke to a lot of college students themselves and seeing what they wanted in terms of what was around the vicinity of the college, and a lot of them said restaurant reservations as well as hotel stays. And then after doing some more surveys at Fresno State this time, some more they came with us with feedback saying add activities. So that's
Got
what
it.
we're looking at right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna have one suggestion. As a parent, I'm paying for this, right? So like I'm footing the bill to go on these campus tours. So I highly suggest you guys talk to some parents, especially parents who have kids that are coming up to this age, just to see what is it that they're willing to pay for, how much they're willing to pay for, all of that information, because they're really going to be the ones that are going to be spending the money. That's all. Thank you. Go ahead.
It's funny, a lot of the things, unless you guys want to be done. You guys want to be done? No, you're good. Okay. Because I'm cool. I don't have to talk. The market size, I was curious, and then I was listening. There's a lot of power in not thinking and listening. I think you can definitely use AI as your advantage to be able to get into other websites and capture what's available. But if you think about this from the standpoint, because you want a niche, you don't try to cast too wide of a net. You'll find yourself getting lost in a lot of details. And there might be a niche in foreign exchange students, folks that don't even currently live in America, who want to send their kids here, who have no clue what a city looks like other than their Instagram feed or what they're seeing on CNN. And so you could have a niche that you want to look at if this is a plausible thing that you're wanting to actually do. So just consider that, because similar, I was like, you can make this, you can want someone to actually take ownership of an app use, right? I mean, just to get space on my phone, you know how hard it is? I mean, this is more valuable than buying real estate. I mean, the things I buy off of this and the things that are marketed to me, I wore cons when I got married, by the way. So I have literally all of us wore cons. All my bridesmen are bridesmen. That doesn't make sense. Groomsmen.
That's a good mix.
Groomsmen, before it was cool. So anyhow, there's a lot of, it costs a lot. So when you're going to get that space, you want to take advantage of it. And so you can sell ads on that. If someone's searching for a particular restaurant, there's a certain food, might have another restaurant that wants to market that person. And that's where a lot of money comes, because it's by volume, it's not by independent person, right? So you can look at books, sports, tutoring. I think tutoring would be really good, especially if you're capturing the child that's a junior who's like, I'm not sure how I'm going to even get to college. Well, there's tutoring. There's tutoring for you. There's tools available for you. So, hooks that are going to really capture that person and get them like, okay, well, with this tool, I will be successful doing this. Because tools make business ownership a lot easier. Tools make your life a lot easier. I run 3-4 businesses simultaneously all day. This tool allows me to do that. I now have kids, so I'm starting to see the value in something like this. You answered some of the questions I had already, but getting into the hands, I think, of the high school kids is going to be your key thing. And then it's funny, I watch a lot of TV, and I didn't see this one, but I heard of something like this, that they were talking about pivoting from books to schools, because there's a lot of money in academic books, especially at the college level, because those academic books can shift every year, so there's just a lot of money in that. So yeah, there's opportunity, but I appreciate it. You guys were very professional. The one thing that came to me, which I thought was neat, was as you're growing and you're going through this process and you're graduating here, your ability to work as a team in organizations. I mean, this here is something that should be in your resume until you don't need a resume. This is something that you can take with you anywhere you go. I would hire any one of you with this sort of application that was brought to any one of my businesses, and it would really put you above, because you can work with other people. And in a world where people don't want to work with anybody, there's a ton of value in people that want to work with other people, because like you said, you found a lane you're comfortable in. There's 4 of us that own these 3 restaurants and breweries, and each one of us manage a particular lane. And I'm not the money man. I know the money. We meet once a week and we talk about the money. But throughout the week, not my lane. That's his lane. I have a lane, my wife has a lane, his wife has a lane, and we manage those lanes all week, and that's how we're able to have a business together. So it's very common what you guys are doing, just for your own knowledge. I'm impressed by your forward thinking in that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not a lot of criticisms today. These are all really impressive.
Thank you.
The truth, I've said this before, you have to start with there's three teams that are really special that I see synergy. And I see being within the business. Do not take this to market out to your business. I don't know what I do, but I will find this that I really hope you take this to us. Blackboard was the first one, right? Blackboard when it first came out. Now, you don't have to talk about
Pretty funny.
and in every college, every high school starts referring this to the students. I mean, I just see what you have a good group. Keep up the good work. I still think he can do better. But he does very well.
Thank you.
The only thing is that I think that I'm going to echo Josh's mention of the price point. Do you have anything out there like price point? The cost?
I just couldn't find it in the handout. My favorite slide was the slide deviated from the handout.
Stream of revenue, right?
Stream of revenue, yeah.
Okay, so the way we have it formulated right now is for each student we get to visit a campus. There's a $30 commission fee from the campus to us. We're also looking to incorporate booking fees on hotels. But we have rough numbers for that, but I still want to iron that out more.
So it's $30 per person?
Yes, well, per student we get there.
What about your itinerary creation? Do you have a flat fee for that? No? I'm looking at your revenue stream on your BMC, and you have itinerary creation, booking fees, and commission fees. So what's your itinerary creation fee? Or is that just all the commissions that you're making?
Commissions.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'd also just be careful, you guys, about diving too deep. I like opportunity and making money, but really be careful, because that's where you're going to leave yourself open for space to come in really quickly and just undercut you. You have to imagine and do the math. How many kids are in high school right now nationwide? That number is catastrophic. So don't be scared to offer things. It's just a part of your program. You don't want to pull yourself too far out. Parents are spending $12,000, $15,000 a semester with their kids that go to school. $50 is going to be a lot of money to them. So just keep that in mind.
What are you saying, Justin? I need to clarify. So are you saying, what is your direct item that you're saying to limit yourself or go wider?
No, I don't want to ever limit anybody in the way that they think. I think the mind thinks powerfully, and you can create an idea from an idea. And if you're trying to, I know I can go to 50 websites. Well, not 50. There might be 50 different websites to book hotels. There's already a website you can dial into, and they'll take you to travel, whatever website you want to go to. I mean, you don't have to spend, that's money. Because remember, like every website, every app you go to, like every web has a mechanism that's going to need to talk to MotherHub. You can be in MotherHub. So Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer 7, all these versions are all going to have to speak independently to your mothership to get information to probably a school who's another source of how they get information. Are they Microsoft? Are they Apple? All kinds of things to think about, right? So if you're going so deep into every little hole getting it done, you're never going to finish it. You're never going to finish it. Because that's where the money's at in these ideas. The money at in these ideas is selling the idea, get it into a place where it can be tangible and sold, so the corporations that have the tools to get it there will take it and run with it. and then you utilize those funds to do other things. Or if you have the ability of, getting someone on your team that understands how to work with all of those people, that's where it gets really complicated. So just be cautious of how far you're going to go into one topic. There's already people out there doing that on the hotel piece. So just be careful of that. Just getting involved in every little detail. So I look at it like this. If I grew wings, if I was running off this building and I needed to jump, like the sun drops at night and rises in the morning, I have to jump because my legs are not going to stop moving. If I get on this roof, I have to jump. 100% of the time, I will not create an idea before I get to the ledge. I'm going to have to figure out parts of it, so I'm going to have to grow wings first. You jump, and then you're going to grow wings, guys. So you're not going to get all of this right up front. So make it smaller, make it easier to understand. And then you can start getting into some of the other details. Because there's a lot here. There's a lot. That's what I was getting at.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.